A very good afternoon to everyone present here. With warm greetings, it gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of Department of Civil Engineering, Amity School of Engineering and Technology, Amity University, Haryana, conducting wonderful 5 days global workshop on Overseas Career and Educational Expo. I think today is day 4. So now I'm handing over to Dr. Naveen sir to give a brief introduction to the speaker. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Praveen. Yeah, first I would like to introduce today's speaker, Mr. Zamir Khan. He completed MS in Innovation Teaching and Education from European International University, Paris. He has 12 years of core experience in educational domain with 100 plus of seminars conducted on international education and career growth. He is certified skill development in NSDC, entrepreneurship trainer NISBUD, and also he is certified soft skill trainer from ACT. He has helped 5,000 plus students to get placed in top companies in Spain and around the globe. With this introduction, now I would request Mr. Zamir Khan to deliver a talk on Spain visa roadmap. Thank you. Now it's over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Neeraj, Dr. Praveen, and Dr. Naveen. It's one of the biggest opportunity for us to represent Win Your English and do the presentation today in one of the largest universities of India, Amity University, which is not only famous in India, also in the globe. And we see that many foreign students come take their career in Amity University. And at the same time, you know, as I'm into like teaching profession and as I'm into the career counseling, I see that out of 10 students, 5 speak about Amity University, and Amity University presence in across the globe, you know, in Dubai and other places, has not only made Amity University to be a proud university in India, but also it is one of the institution which represents India and make proud of, you know, a country like India, a global country like India, you know, it makes proud. And I'm thank you, and it's all like dream coming true to today be a part of this workshop, especially in Amity University. And let me start, you know, with my presentation today, that is study in Spain. Now, we see that there is a big international market for Indian students, especially in abroad. We Indians do have a very famous reputation across the globe, whether it is institute, whether it is individual student or skilled labor or white collar jobs, engineers, you take anything, we Indians are present across the globe where we get a proud moment for our country. So similarly, one country is Spain, which is the part of Europe. And you know what Spain has for Indian students, what Spain have the facility for Indian students, and you know how an Indian student can build their career in Spain. We're gonna see that into today's presentation. Now, before getting into the actual mode, let me tell you, you know, let us know few popular cities of Spain where one can stay and which is the like, you know, toppest place. So this is the basic guidance of Spain. Spain is, you know, a tourist place. One is Barcelona. The most popular city is Barcelona. Now, Barcelona is not only a popular city in Spain, but also a popular city in the entire globe. Barcelona comes in top 3 global cities of world. In entire world, it stands on top 3. Barcelona has, you know, bustling IT hub, and it is famous for the entrepreneurship. Most of the entrepreneurs who wanna invest into a big time startup companies, you could find them in Barcelona. Second is Madrid. Madrid is the capital of Spain, where lots of financial transactions and lots of other businesses happens. Then we have Seville. Seville is again one of the famous place in Spain, which is famous for, you know, their inter-border relationships with Portugal and at the same time, it is famous for the ports and businesses. Then we have Palma de Morocco, which is one of the famous place for the landscaping. We have Granada, Valencia, Malaga, San Sebastian, Toledo, and Bilbao. Now, these are the places which is famous for their landscape, their infrastructure, their art, and especially the way they generate solar energy so that these people can bring, a good revenue to the country. So these are the few famous cities of Spain in which we think, for a student or whoever travels to Spain has two best options. One is Barcelona, the second is Madrid. Now, Barcelona and Madrid is the revenue generating cities of Spain, and the opportunities for any international student to build their career, to stay, work, to do the part-time job, to do the full-time job, or to become entrepreneur is much higher than comparatively to any other countries like UK, Canada, etc. Now, let me come to my next slide after. Now, why study in Spain? This is the one question, like why a student has to go to Spain rather than leaving any other country behind. Okay, let me tell you. One is Spain is not only famous for, see, when we talk about Spain, two things comes into mind. The first one is football, the second one is the beaches. Now, Spain is all about football and beaches, or Spain is all about the power generation. It is all about power generation, football, it is all about soccer, it is all about beaches and tourist hotspot. But apart from them, Spain is, a top ranked place for global education. Yes, that is the fact. Spain is the top ranked for education. Affordable tuition fees. The tuition fees in Spain start from as less as 6,000 euros, which is approximately 5 lakh rupees of India for the entire course. The entire course will cost you approximately 6,000 euros, which is, as less as 5 lakh rupees on Indian currency. Then you have 311 place, Spain scholarship options. That is, Spain have various institutes from America, from UK, from Spain, from Europe, different countries who sponsors the scholarship for international and national students of Spain, which is approximately, which comes approximately 311. Then if we see the QS World Ranking, Spanish universities are 27 participated in it. That is like, 27 universities are a part of QS World Ranking in top 100, or you can even consider top 50, top 100, where you could see this 27 universities, which is one of the biggest success for Spain. Then the paid internship opportunities are very high. See, there are the companies like Siemens, companies like IBM, Volkswagen. Now, these are tied up with a few, reputed institutes where a student gets fixed internship. That is the mandatory paid internship. Then, whether you are a graduate or you are a postgraduate, in either of the case, you will get 12 months of stay back opportunity, which is again legal one. Then part-time jobs, you get 20 hours part-time job to work in Spain. And we do have a different slide on the part-time job, I'll tell you, and even on the stay back. Then we do have a Schengen visa. Spain facilitates students with Schengen visa. Now, what is Schengen visa? With one visa, you can travel to 26 different countries. Yes, you can travel to Poland, Germany, France. With the same visa, you can travel all these countries. You just have to take your, there are certain countries you can travel by road, you can travel by ship, water, and you can also travel by air. And you need not require special visa permission. Just, you can land over there with this same visa. And the final is, and which is most important, Spain stands 10th leading host countries in the world. That is, the quality of life in Spain is 10th ranking. That comes under top 10. Don't you think it's a good thing? The quality of life is nothing but the happiness, the career, the financial structure. So Spain stands on top 10 in the entire world for, or are about leading hosted countries. Let me come to certain facts which we don't know. So why study in Spain? Let's come to the technical part of it. Again, Spain is one of the most popular European destinations for students to pursue their high quality and higher education with countless opportunities. As I told you, we have the institutes where 2,000 plus companies comes for campus drive. Next, Spanish economy. Today, Spanish economy is as equal as Germany. It is just 10 million euros, which is behind Germany. And today, if you take Germany and Spain stands same on their economic standard. Might be Spain leads Germany in next 2 years. We can't say the kind of growth that we are seeing. See, if we see last 1 year, the activities of Spain, they are into mobile congress, hosting. They are entirely into robotics. They are into big data. They are into analytics. They are into power generation. They are into go green activities. They're looking at all these activities and the export and import business and the kind of new companies, new startups taking place in Spain. We see that they might leave behind Germany, or might be they could be a biggest competitor for Germany in terms of economy and the economic growth of the country. Next is the bustling IT hub. As I told you, Spain is one of the best places for entrepreneurs and the tech startups. We see that every day, every single day, there is a startup in Spain. And that's the reason Spain has, more than 60,000 companies. And another best fact is that in 2019, before pandemic, Spain was the most second visited country in the world. In the entire world, Spain was the country which was second most visited by the people. And finally, if we say Spanish language is spoken over by 400 million people, and that is the second ranked language in this world. So Spanish is the most famous language apart from English. And we see that most of the US and UK general meetings takes place on English, and UK has many national languages, and Spanish is one of the national language over there. And in USA, Spanish is considered as a business language, the way English is considered as a business language in India. So Spanish language has a good scope. Let me come to my next slide. Now, we do represent a few top universities. That is, UCAM. One is UCAM, which is located in Murcia. Now, UCAM University is the top-ranked university of Spain, and it has more than 200 awards for UCAM University. It represents most affordable fees and highest quality of education. And at the same time, UCAM is famous for their sports activities. Next, we have Scheller International University, which is located in Barcelona. Now, let me give you a glimpse of Scheller International University. Now, Scheller International University is basically a USA-based university. So students studying in Scheller International University also get opportunity to travel USA or UK. And at the same time, they can settle in USA or UK, and they can get the degrees from USA and UK. So anybody studying in Scheller International University get 2 degrees. One is from European degree, another is USA degree. So taking this USA degree, student can settle in USA and UK, and also their Spanish degree helps them for to take a global career opportunity. Next is EAE Business School, which is located in 2 places, Barcelona and Madrid. Now, EAE Business School is the global ranking school. Their MBA is globally ranked, and the best part of EAE Business School is anybody studying in EAE Business School also get dual certificates. One is from EAE Business School and another is from University of Barcelona. Now, University de Barcelona is the top ranked university of entire Spain. it stands on top second or top one, depending upon the ranking of every year. And most of the time it stands on top rank university. So Barcelona University certificates are valid entire globe, and their MBA you can see in QS world ranking, and at the same time they have brilliant awards got them from global institutions. Then we have C3S Business School, which is most affordable business school, where a student entire master degree fees comes to as less as 5 to 6 lakhs. We do have Australia Business School, which is famous for tourism and hospitality, and this is also located in Barcelona. And this stands among the top tourism, sustainability school in entire Spain. Let me come to my next slide. Now, my next slide talks all about, the part-time jobs, earning while learning. Now, see, part-time jobs, whether you go for EA Business School, C3S Business School, Australia, or you might go Skeller, or, you come any part of Spain, part-time jobs are guaranteed for the students, as almost all these colleges are tied up with n number of companies. During your study period, you can work 20 hours depending upon, the time period that you get out of your syllabus, out of your classes. And during the holidays, you can work at least for 40 hours. And the average euros that what I have mentioned over here is the minimum. Average euros is 10 euros, a student can earn per hour. So this is not the salary for, week or salary for the month. The wages that what we have mentioned is the wages for per hour basis. Average is 10 euros, minimum is 10 euros, but a student can earn up to 12 to 15 euros per hour. I have seen that in part-time jobs, students are earning as big as 1,500 euros per month, which comes approximately to 1,10,000, 1,20,000 rupees on Indian currency. So that is the biggest, what we call it, the biggest benefit for the student to go, especially Spain, for pursuing their highest education. Now, what are the part-time occupation students can do? See, there's something called Citibank, Volkswagen. You have lots of restaurants, and you have Hotel Hyatt, you have Mango, you have retail outlets. So you get a marketing, sales job, jobs in restaurants, bars, cafeteria, tourist office, call centers, office admin, leafletter, promoters, and especially you can go there and support student on finding their conditions on visa part, or might be into the third counseling. Now, what is the third counseling? Initially, the first counseling happens with the university, from us, the second from the university, and third, once students go over there, you can guide. So there is something called student representative or student support officer. You can even work as student support officers in various colleges as a part-time, and you can earn a big amount. And we see that most of our students go as customer care representative in various hotels and call centers, especially, Hotel Hyatt, Mango, they are the peak takers for this people, and KFC for their backend. And, all this pays somewhere between 12 to 13 euros per hour. This is all about the part-time job. And let me come to stay back option. See, whether you do postgraduate or whether you do graduation, after you complete your education, you will get 1 year post-study work permit in Spain. This is, we call it as a job seeker visa. Now, how this job seeker visa works, I tell you. Imagine, just an example I'm giving you. Imagine January 2023, you completed your education in Spain. From there, you will get a job seeker visa of 1 year. Now, this can be again renewable. It is not like, you have to just study, stay that 1 year period and come back. No, if you want to renew, you can renew it. But how this works is, Imagine January 2023, you got your job seeker visa. And imagine January or February 2023, you get a full-time job opportunity in Spain. Any country, any company or gives you either internship or full-time job opportunity, or they give you a job, any career opportunity to you. Then automatically this 1 year of job seeker visa will be upgraded to minimum 3 years of residential visa and work permit. So this will automatically turn to work permit and residential visa. So over here you can stay for next 3 years, minimum 3 years for residential, getting your residential and work permit, and you can work. And once this 3 years is completed, next when you go for renewing your visa, and they see that your visa will get renewed, and 5 years, including your study period. In your study period, for 3 years of bachelor's, the settlement happened for 1.5 years, and 1 year of master's, the settlement happened on all 1 year. So including, once you stay for overall 5 years, you can apply for PR. See, in simple, student visa, job seeker visa, work permit and residential permit. And after work permit and residential permit, you will get an, and when once you stay PR. And for PR, what is the eligibility? For PR, the eligibility is 5 years you have to stay in Spain. Now, this 5 years has to be apart from your academics. And in academics, 1.5 year will be counted for your bachelor's and settlement, and 1 year for your master's. Example, someone did 1 year of master's, they got job seeker visa, immediately they got job, and they did 3 years of, they got 3 years of work permit and residential permit. Now 3 years of work permit plus 1 year of your academics in Spain, all put together 4 years. Then you have to stay 1 more year, complete this period of 5 years and apply for PR. Yeah, it is as simple as that. Getting into Spain might be little daunting, but once you get into the Spain, once you get a student visa and get into this Spain, now getting PR is literally very easy. Now, certain popular companies we do have in Spain. One is Accenture. Everybody knows about this. Microsoft, world's famous company, SAP, Google, McKinsey, Boston. We have Hilton, we have Hyatt, Mango, American Express, Volkswagen, Citibank, BBVA, which is one of the famous retail company. We have Adecco, which is a recruitment firm. We have Randstad. We have a NatureKey, which is which deals with food and packaged food and staples, and Repsol. So all those are few companies that we deal with to place our students. There are companies much beyond this. There are companies in thousands and loads which give opportunity for Indian students. So these are the very few companies that you could see be helping you to get through. Now, next is Spain emerging as student destination. Now, why Spain? It's Spain is only on the PPTs, or Spain is only with the counselors, or might be with education, international education specialists. No, if we see that Times of India, that is, sorry, the Indian Express newspaper have placed their article telling that over 30% hike among Indian students opting to study in Spain. This is the fact. This happened in 2020-21. I'm talking about 21. Then the hike in Indian student applying for admission in Spain is much larger than the hike in popular destination, including UK, USA. Now, who has told this? Universities and colleges admission service record. Now, why students are asking for Spain rather than UK and USA? I tell you why. Part-time jobs, getting part-time job is very easy. Fees is very affordable. Quality of education is very high. Destination is approximately beautiful. I mean, it's, and coming to the technology is touching the sky in Spain, and at the same time, the architecture. If you see the architecture, let me give you just one example. We see the arc everywhere, the arc, ARC arc, on the road, footpaths. When you get into certain monuments, you see that arc. But in Spain, especially in Barcelona, almost all art which is built on the public road, parks, everywhere, they have the solar panels over there. Just people generate heats in that arc. So they develop a beautiful infrastructure and they install the arc. So when people see it's a just beautiful arc, but in that arc there will be a solar panels which generates heat, and they absorb energy from there, and they use that energy for revenue generation and public services. So that is one part. And technology, part-time job opportunities, getting visas and formalities, and career development, getting PR, and especially and most important, it is very safe country. The country is very safe, and you could not see that big violence over there. So all these facilities are there, and you can explore a lot because this country, Spain visa, Schengen visa, and gives you opportunity to travel 26 other countries. That's the reason we see 30% hike among Indian students, and most of the students asking for UK and USA, they ask for admission in Spain. Now, next is from Delgado, which is one of the best student counselor department. They tell that, student counselor institute. They tell that Spain University boosts off an upgraded curriculum, which is absolutely fine. Okay, let me tell you one thing. When you go to Spain and you take up graduation, post-graduation, when it comes to your exam, the exam happens on research basis. Yes, you have to write your assignment, you have to write a thesis, do the research, and submit your project. And based on the project, you will get the marks. I mean, the pass, fail, your result, your ranking depends on the project. Spain rarely conduct this pen and paper exam. You could see next to zero. They don't have this pen and paper exam. They have all about research, all about theses, and Spain gives you an opportunity to go learn in companies. That's the reason the internship opportunities are very high in Spain compared to any other country. Why? You are entitled, every institute is entitled or tied up with n number of companies where the student go for their research and theses, or might be for their, in short, they go for the project to those companies. And finally, Indian queuing up for Spain to study abroad according to Times of India. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Indian student queuing up. 2 months before, might be this is February. Okay, in December, the student quota for Indian student was 3,500 visas. That is the targeted visa for Indian student according to Spain embassy. Now, in the early January, they announced, the Indian quota of 3,500 students to 7,000 it is increased. Now, why 4,000 visa quota was increased? It was increased because the Spain see lots of applications this year. People, students, they have chosen their study destination as Spain because they get all the comfort of fees, that is affordability of fees, extraordinary accommodations, exploring, lots of startup companies, a good paid part-time jobs, fixed paid internship opportunities, and world's best quality education. And almost all university institutes offer you the degrees from UK and USA. So pursuing education in Spain, you can also earn your degree from UK and USA, which makes you entitled for global career. Your career will get globally very famous. So that is the reason why Indian students are traveling to Spain, and moreover a peaceful country, a country with good quality of life, and €1 is 85 rupees INR, and moreover their economic stands on top 15 in the entire world. So money-wise, might be financial-wise, technology-wise, study-wise, affordability-wise, and the cost of living-wise, Spain is the big destination. An Indian student to go to Spain, he, spends the cost of living that he gonna do over there is, spend over there is approximately 500 to 600 euros. But his part-time job, with his part-time job, he can earn double what he is spending in Spain. If he's spending 600 euros with the part-time job, he has an opportunity to earn at least 800 euros. So still, those 200 euros are on his kitty in the safe part, so saving part. So that is one big opportunity what Spanish students get. Indian students who go to Spain, they get this opportunity. Okay, now finally getting chances of PR in Spain. As I told you, student visa, which leads to job seeker visa. Job seeker visa gives you a job, and once you are in job, you get work permit and residency permit of 3 years, minimum 3 years. It could also be 5 years in most of the cases, but minimum is 3 years. And next is PR. So once you stay for 5 years in Spain, including your student visa, which is 50% calculated towards your settlement, you can get PR. Now, Spain student visa fund requirements. See, unlike like in Germany, you did not lock in period, like you did not lock your entire money. Visa funds are very simple. Outstanding tuition fees, plus the cost of living. Now, what is the cost of living? As I told you, 600, 650 euros is the average cost of living, but on the higher part, according to the government, it is 900 euros. Now, 900 euros, it includes your shopping, it includes the parties, entertainment, it includes, well, luxurious life in Spain. So, it's good. If you have a 900 euros that you show per month for your cost of living, that is well and good for you to get visa easily. So approximately 10,000 euros for plus your outstanding tuition fees. Imagine your outstanding tuition fees is 3,000 euros plus your cost of living, both put together comes approximately 13,000 euros. Now 13,000 into 85, which is approximately 12.5 lakhs in your account. That is on your closing balances, well and good. What is the criteria? Let me tell you in simple. 6 months of bank statement you have to produce, where your fund could be, minimum 45 days old. If your funds are 45 days old, that is sufficient enough. Matlab, that is, 2 closing balances. Imagine this is January 30th, your closing balance was 12 lakhs or more than that. And, next month, March, your closing balance was, again 12 lakhs. So when you submit this is sufficient enough for you to meet the requirement of visa funds. Now, the documents checklist, it is very simple. Anybody applying for bachelor's, they need to produce their academics, 10, 12, statement of purpose, that is why you have selected course, institute, and country. When you talk about statement of purpose, you have to talk 3 things. The first thing is why Spain. Second thing is why particular course, and third thing is why particular university. What do you know about that university? An updated CV or resume and work experience if you have. Same thing even for masters. Masters, your academics increases, that is, you have bachelors. So in masters, you'll be submitting 10, 12 to your bachelors. Then everything is same. Statement of purpose, CV, updated CV, and work experience. If you don't have any work experience, then you can share us timeline resume. And this is one picture of visa. This is a very, recent visa that we got for one of our student called Rishabh. We just got this, visa on 28th of January 2022, and we have many visas. We thought, and we cannot show you all that. So this is one for your reference. This is how we wanted you to see how the Spanish visa looks like. This is how the Spanish visa look. And we get many visas every year, especially. And finally, thanks for your attention and thanks for joining. Any doubt, please let me know. We'll be sorting out that.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
Ramesh.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
thank you. Yeah, it was nice presentation. You have explained all points.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Could you throw some light on this, how to prepare for the IELTS in case, what is the band score in Spain they are expecting?
Okay. See, almost all the universities in Spain look for IELTS 6 and 6.5 bands
Okay.
overall, and especially in speaking 6 bands, and overall they look for 6 to minimum is 6 bands accepted in Spain. And this is well and good. Anybody who have this IELTS done, there we see that visa success ratio is lot. See, generally we see that Spain IELTS doesn't require. They conduct credibility interview. Most of the institutes conduct credibility interview, and depending upon the credibility interview, they give the seat. But we see the success ratio happens more and goes very smooth who has done their IELTS. So IELTS 6 bands and 6.5 bands help a student to get in Spain very easily. And not only into the colleges, even we see that in the part-time jobs and full-time jobs, students attaching their IELTS results along with their resume has the more weightage. Now, this is my personal experience. So that is one of the best part of IELTS.
Okay. That's nice. How to identify supervisors? You have any idea if some students are keen to go for the research purpose?
Okay.
Any idea? This is a technical part, I know, but from your side, will you able to help them? Like how
Yes, sir,
candidates
definitely. If any student is looking to go for research part, definitely we'll be in a position to help them out. If at least I can guide them.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I request any participant, if they have any queries, please drop your questions in chat box. In Spain also we have this PR concept, right?
Yes, sir. In Spain we have a PR concept, and especially PR getting in Spain is little easy comparatively any other country, as the job opportunities are very high.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Reshma has told this session is very informative. Appreciated, and thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
It's all because Dr. Naveen, who helped us, to do this session and conduct this session. I thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, and it's my duty because every day I'm seeing directly or indirectly my students or other students are struggling. They are not aware about this the document process, and they can't offer even for the basic fees to understand how to.
Correct.
So at least in this session, they may understand what are the documents, how to maintain the checklist, what are the footsteps we have to follow before going.
Exactly.
So at least to get this knowledge, they should pay at least 5,000 in this per session.
Absolutely.
So my concern is students should enrich the knowledge, and in our university we have a different languages. So students should understand if they are specialized in any language, how to utilize after learning that language. So this is the platform they should think. Maybe it will be helpful for their higher studies or research purpose. So, and also who is the right person, because nowadays you can see a lot of other type of firms are there, but they are not authentic also. Just they are wasting the money, but genuine person is there to guide them with a minimum. So this is an international, they will be playing with a different currency. Something went wrong means it will be always hurting lot. So just to introduce before going to file any documents, understand at basic level, then definitely when they do groundwork, it will be good for them to
Absolutely.
be confident, and you can speak with any consultant, proceed with your dream. So this is the platform
Absolutely.
I'm just making, and now at least students should understand why they are learning the different languages in our curriculum, how to utilize in their part of the life in coming days. So in that, keeping in that perspective, I'm just helping the students. And it is always good now. If you go for any interview, first they will ask how many languages you know. Apart from our Indian language, they ask foreign languages have more weightage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Students should
Correct.
understand
Correct.
whether that
Yes.
may be for faculty post or for higher studies. Always they respect foreign languages. So
Exactly.
they when they are learning, let them learn from the full heart. Be confident, whatever you are learning.
Correct.
This will add a additional benefit for their CV.
Correct.
Yes. And
See, once you know any language, the best part is that your discussion, your actually the interviewer might be the test or anything will conduct to an basic discussions. When two people know same language and they talk, the toughness of that discussion will automatically naturally comes out and the smoothness comes into that discussion. The chances of getting successful communication is much higher when participant know the languages. So that is the best part of learning languages. You are absolutely right, sir. I agree with you.
And one more thing, everyone may be knowing, or nowadays when you are filling, especially in Japanese or Chinese, when you are filling the application, they always prefer their language, not in English.
Exactly.
So, when I was interacting with my Japanese professor, they used to convert my English into their Japanese. They used to fill my application.
Okay.
And also they will give the weightage for that.
Yes.
So even if you are a very talented with a good marks, if you don't know the language, means blindly they will reject your application.
Exactly.
So that rejection should not happen. So
yes,
this is the platform. Just at least learn basics and try to fulfill your dreams. That was my aim.
Yes. And no, if you see even in visa checklist or might be the visa process, we see that in Spain, the medical and PCC, police clearance certificate, has to be translated in Spanish language.
Yes.
So that is the weightage of learning language. As you told, application, I'm just adding the point. Officially, these two documents has to be translated into Spanish language. So that's how this language becomes important globally.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? I request participants to just drop your message. In case if you won't have question also, no problem. Tomorrow also we have session. We can interact. No problem. Dr. Neeraj, now it's time for vote of thanks. You can deliver vote of thanks, Neeraj.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I, Dr. Neeraj Gupta, on behalf of Civil Engineering Department, MIT School of Engineering and Technology, MIT University, Haryana, would like to extend gratitude and regards to the management of MIT University. A special thanks to the Honorable VC Sir, Dr. PB Sharma, Pro Vice Chancellor Madam Dr. Padmakali Banerjee, and the Director Madam Dr. Salni Bhaskar Bajaj for allowing us to conduct the event and providing the required infrastructure for the same. Further, I may like to express our sincere thanks to the Mr. Jamir Khan from Win Your English and Consultancy for giving an excellent talk on the visa application process in Spain. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Jameen Khan for giving us insight about the various career and education opportunity in Spain. I would also like to appreciate the efforts made by the Head of Civil Engineering Department, Dr. Naveen BP, for planning and organizing the workshop. My special regards to all the faculty members and non-teaching staff of the ASET for their time and cooperation in organizing this workshop. I also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants for attending the workshop. Without your participation, this event would have not been possible. So thank you all. Tomorrow again we have a session on the Canada Visa Roadmap by Mr. Lovepreet Verma. He is the founder of Win Your English Academy and he will lighten us about the visa process in Canada. I hope most of all we are interested on the same. So thank you all. Please fill your faculty feedback and your feedback and attendance. Thank you all.
Thank you, Neeraj. You can wait for another 5-6 minutes, so the feedback form will be completed, then you can leave.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Thank
you
you,
can leave now.
sir.
Thank you, Lord. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You will be getting that link later. Thanks a lot.